Let's do a quick review of fiscal policy. Fiscal policy are actions taken by Congress in order to reduce the unemployment, stabilize prices, and increase output in our economy. Remember, the correct answer when asked about fiscal policies is Congress, not the government, enacts fiscal policy. Now, fiscal policies involve two different options, and those are changing taxes and changing government spending. We have two kinds of fiscal policy, contractionary and expansionary. Now, contractionary occurs when we are in times of recession, of inflation. So first of all, let's go up here to our graph, and I'm going to change aggregate demand to indicate that we are in an inflationary time period. Now I'm going to do this on both types of graphs that we've learned, so you can see that the same information can be shown on either graph. Now notice that I chose to show an inflationary time period. I have aggregate demand going through the long run aggregate supply, okay, or the classical range of our new Keynesian model, because this is the time in which prices are increasing and output is not increasing. Now, over on our new classical one, notice that I've moved aggregate demand to the right of full employment. Notice it creates this little triangle right here. That is called our inflationary gap. Okay. And so both graphs now show that we are in an inflationary time period. And now we need to show what our options are. Well, if we are in an inflationary time period, what's the problem? Well, notice in each case that we are either at full employment and demand is increasing, or we are above full employment and demand has been increasing. But in either case, really our economy is moving too fast. It's going above the speed limit. And so we need to slow our economy down. Well, in order to slow our economy down, we need to take contractionary fiscal policy measures. And this is going to cause us to either increase taxes or decrease government spending. Well, why would these two actions cause our economy to slow down? Well, remember, aggregate demand is made up of four components. C for consumption, IG for investment, G for government spending, and XN for net exports. And so if we talk about raising taxes, how will that affect each of our parts of our components? Well, raising taxes is definitely going to affect consumption, because as taxes increase, that means households are going to have less money that they can spend, less disposable income. And so that's going to cause our aggregate demand to shift to the left. A decrease in government spending will do the same thing. It won't change consumption, though. It will change, well, government spending. So if government spends less money, again, that's a component of aggregate demand, and it's going to cause our aggregate demand to shift to the left. And so what's going to happen is our aggregate demand is going to move back towards full employment. And so what has happened to price level? It's decreased. What has happened to our employment? It's decreased as well. On the new classical, on the new Keynesian, employment didn't decrease. It just went back to, it just brought down the price level. Well, what if instead we are in a time of recession? Okay. What if our aggregate demand is shifted to the left? Now, our new Keynesian model, a recession could be anywhere to the left of full employment, although often we bring it all the way down to the Keynesian range. Okay. And our new classical, we're going to bring it to the left here. Notice it forms a little triangle to the left. We call this our recessionary gap. And in both cases, price levels have gone down and employment has decreased as well. And so in this case, we can see our economy has gotten smaller, and we need to expand it again. We need to bring it back out again. And so we have two options again. But this time we can decrease taxes, or we can increase government spending. What's this going to do? If we decrease taxes, that's going to give consumers more money available to spend. If we increase government spending, well, that is a direct spending increase, and that's going to cause our aggregate demand to shift to the right in both cases. So aggregate demand can shift back to full employment. Oops, sorry, wrong one. This is what the purpose of this is fiscal policy. Now notice, as aggregate demand increased on our new classical range, what happened to the price level? The price level increased, didn't it, in order to get back to the full employment? Later on, we'll talk about some other options that could exist that could allow us to get to full employment without increasing aggregate demand. But fiscal policy is where we change taxes or government spending in order to increase or decrease aggregate demand in order to either get us out of an inflationary time period or out of a recession.